Well, I'm finally stepping it up a bit. Yep, I'm doing my first soul-crushing guide. So, I'm going to be doing Tower of Double Trouble today because, in my opinion, it's the easiest soul-crushing, though I don't know now that Ring 9 has come out. But I highly recommend checking this out for your first soul-crushing. So, yeah. Also, if you hear a lot of coughing and, throat clearing in this video, I'm, kind of sick again, so yeah, I just have a little bit of a cough. So anyways, floor 1 of Double Trouble is really simple, just some wraparounds. Some of them can be a bit tight. It might take you a couple tries, that's okay. There's one wraparound that people seem to struggle on sometimes. This wraparound, just recommend making sure you're gonna go through that hole and then just turn around and land on the one stud. So yeah, that's probably the trickiest wraparound of floor 1. The rest is pretty simple. So yeah, just skill your way. Simple. These are probably 10 stud jumps. Really easy. Those wraparounds can be a bit tight. This wraparound, approach it where you just wrap around and then land on it sideways and not forwards. Because if you land on it forwards, you might not actually land on it. So yeah. You might be able to do some really long jump there, but don't try it. You're not going to skip that much hard stuff. You just do that wraparound. You got some simple swings. Yeah, this tower, it's mostly pures for the first couple of floors, and then it starts introducing more climb objects. Oh yeah, and this is a skip. Basically, you could wrap around from here to here if you're not good at these kind of jumps, but literally all you have to do is jump out, hesitate, and go back in. They're not too tricky, but yeah, the wraparound to skip it is a bit tight though, so keep in mind. Anyways, just make your up here. Floor 2 is pretty simple. You got your first tightrope wrap, I believe. Yeah, you're gonna see a lot more tightrope wraps, so you better get good at them. So yeah, I just kind of do it like I did, except don't walk off the freaking platform. I'm very good. Not stupid idiot confirmed. Wow. Okay. Anyways, back here. So just skill your way. These wraparounds can be a bit tight, so be careful. This is 3 stud stick out, so not too bad though. You got some 1 studs that are kind of fading, as you can see. Just kind of jump where I jump. So yeah. Now you're on floor 3, and guess what floor 3 has? More tight wraparound. Yay! This floor can actually be a bit of a roadblock to some people because not only are there tight wraps and everything, but there are 2 jumps that they're the same type of jump, but they suck. So we're about to approach that. So let me just make my way. These stick out. These, yeah, there's 2 of these jumps where you have to wrap around onto the half stud. Basically, just kind of wrap around, angle yourself slightly outwards, and then get on the half stud. So, yeah, that's what I recommend doing. It just takes probably a lot of practice. You're probably going to fall on those at least a couple times before you get good at them. So, yeah. Anyways, just do these wraparounds. That wraparound can be a bit tight. Jump on top of here. You got some 1 studs. You got another tightrope wrap. Not too tricky. I like doing the wrap, landing on the tightrope sideways, and just go until you're off. And then jump all the way on this 1 stud. This spinner is a reverse spinner, so you gotta jump around it. This wraparound can be very tight. This part, you cannot jump from here to there. That is impossible. So you got to do a wraparound sort of thing. That wraparound is very tight. So good luck. Anyways, you're approaching the second half stud jump. Oh yeah, this wraparound can also be tricky. But this half stud jump, just kind of do the same technique and you should be good. Pretty sure that's 11 or 12 stud. Now you're on floor 4. Guess what floor 4 has? Even more tight wraps, but with more ladder flicks and walkarounds. Yay! No. Anyways, so you got your first little real truss flicks here. So just make your way around this truss. That was scary. Yeah, I'm not very good at traversing around trusses. Jesus Christ. I'm more good at just flicking around them. But anyways, this one. you can contrast this, but you could also just get to the top and then just keep jumping. Just hold jump, W and A, or D, whatever side you're going. Go down a bit and jump onto this platform. Once you've done that, you should be good. Except for this jump. This jump people struggle on this jump. So I recommend just treat it like a regular stick out and just aim for this one stud. I don't personally struggle on that jump, so I don't really know how to help you there. But yeah, just do it like I did. Oh yeah, that wraparound, jump from there, not from there. Anyways, these jumps are pretty simple. These can be a bit tight, but you should be fine. Got some more fading one studs onto this reverse spinner that I almost missed because I'm very smart. Anyways, this wraparound, obviously don't go to over there. Just tight wrap around there and around this way. You will get stuck going that way. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, so just stick out outwards on the outside of it. Anyways, this jump, just kind of aim. You should be good. You got some wedge wraparounds. Just remember how wedge physics work and you should be fine. Jump to here. This is another one of those wraparounds that feel like one of the first floor 2 wraparounds. Just do it like I did. This wraparound can be very tight. I recommend the very edge, going like this, and then just at the right time, go upwards. Don't hesitate at all. So yeah. Now you're on floor 5, probably the last roadblock floor until you might be able to fluke to 10A. We'll see. But 10A is very hard, so yeah. This, obviously, jump from the top tilting side. Go. This is the floor where they introduce ladder flicks a little bit more. So yeah. Ladder flicks are not too hard. You got some pretty hard wraps. This, flick off like that and land on this stud. Ooh, I almost missed that jump. Be careful. They also introduce walkarounds. So walkarounds, just hold, if you don't know how to do it with these, hold W and A, and that's all. This is a regular wraparound. Don't mistake it for a walkaround. These are some wider walkarounds, some longer walkarounds, and then this jump, make sure you don't hit your head here and then not jump. So I recommend going at it like I did and not the front way. So yeah. This tightrope wrap, I recommend just jumping straight to the back side of it instead of going there and jumping. So yeah, do these jumps, pretty simple stuff. Got some wraparounds here. The rest of the floor isn't too bad, other than probably these last wraps can be a bit tight. So hesitate your way into this gap, jump to here, on top of the here, on here. These are not against the wall, so don't hug the wall. Right to here. Make sure you don't hit your head, and you're on floor 6. Floor 6 is pretty hard, but honestly, once you make it to 6, you might be able to make it really, really far. So just kind of take your time on 6. There's only a couple really tricky wraps, I'd say. So this wrap can be a bit tricky. Just kind of treat it like a stick out, basically. You got a little ladder flick wraparound, really simple. Some of these wraps are very, very tight though, so just make sure you're not jumping too early or not jumping too late. That wraparound is very tight. This wraparound is also, that's not that bad. That wraparound and then go forwards immediately. Jump to here. You could also aim for the tightrope here if you want to, if that's easier for you, instead of wrapping. And then over here, these wraparounds are pretty simple. More wraparounds. Yeah, this tower is literally just wraparounds. That's basically it. Anyways, just keep wrapping. Do these wraps. More wraps. Headed her up to here. Wrap around here. These jumps can be a little bit tight, so be careful. But if you do fall on them, you can probably catch yourself on that. And then now you're on 7. Floor 7 is where it starts to ramp up a bit. So basically, there's a button timer. Go on the button. Sorry. Go on the button timer. Oh my god, that was close. Do the tightrope wrap. Quickly go. There's a long jump, and that's where the button timer, stops. That's what it holds you back from. Anyways, this part can be very tricky. So I recommend I like to flick on these instead of traversing around them. Flick off of this, wrap around onto this. Sorry, you know, I'm sick. Anyways, do that wraparound, and now you're basically on 8. Floor, these wraparounds get a little bit harder every time. Floor 8 is pretty hard. These wraparounds, very tight. Especially, which wraparound is it? That wraparound's pretty tight, yeah. These wraparounds are pretty tight. Basically, all the wraparounds are pretty tight. So, yeah, just... Oh yeah, this wraparound is like the wraparound at the end of 4, I think. Just wrap around up like that, and you should be fine. This part, I recommend kind of just hold D, you know, when you go across, go sideways, and then at the very end, hold W to like land inside of it. So yeah, that's my strategy. 1 stud, these are thin studs. Careful you don't climb on it like I almost did. Jeez. This last part of 8 is pretty tricky. Tightrope wrap. 12 stud, I think. I don't think you can wall hop this. Yeah, you can't wall hop it. These wraparounds are very tight. It's a 10 stud wrap. I almost failed the 10 stud wrap. And then tightrope, and now you're on floor 9. Floor 9 is not that hard in my opinion, and button timer. And if you're really struggling with the button timer, I'm gonna show you a really, honestly, pretty easy skip. It only skips a little bit, and it definitely helps you if you're struggling on the button timer. So that's the legit way, right? Some simple wraps, and then that wrap can be very tricky. So I recommend just wrapping like that to skip some parts. And yeah, but honestly, I doubt you will struggle with this timer. You have a lot of time to just fall all the way down. And that's how you do floor 9. Yeah, don't worry about the timer too much. You have plenty of time. So even if you don't want to like risk that skip over there, I only do that skip because that wraparound is pretty tricky. All right, now you're on the worst floor, or the hardest floor, 10A. 10A is very, very hard. So basically, yeah, okay, fine. I hate that tightrope wrap. It's the worst tightrope wrap in the entire tower. Probably one of the worst in the entire game, too. Ugh, that tightrope wrap is very tight. I don't really know a consistent strat for this tightrope wrap. I just kind of do it. Yeah, okay. I think going to the right side is easier. But I don't know. Like, it's just super tight. There's nothing else to say. It's just extremely tight. But, yeah. Anyways, floor 10 is just all very tight wraparounds and ladder flicks that are easy, but I managed to fail them. Oh, my God. Yeah, it's definitely easier on that side, I think. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's probably the best thing you can do, is wrap around at the right time, go on the right side, and hope for the best. That ball jump is very tight. By the way, not being bad at easy ladder flicks. Oh my God. All right. Also, those 1 studs are still timed, by the way, just so you know. Another really tight tightrope wrap. Not as bad as the first one, but still pretty tight. There is a skip here. You can jump, I believe, on top of this, if it'll let me. And then you can like skip almost all of floor 10A, but I'm not gonna, because yeah, I'm cool. Anyways, you're on another button timer. Make your way back. That was really scary. Make your way back. This is what you're timed on, so you have quite a bit of time unless you hesitated like me. Anyways, I just hurt my pinky pressing a key. Ow. It's like scraped. Okay, anyways, wrap around here. This part can be very tricky for some people. Basically, get on the truss. You can contrast around. I hate it when it does that to me. Oh my god. Stop. Stop, please. Please be nice to me. Please be nice to me. Okay, thank you. Yeah, you could go on top. It's kind of risky, but I'm really bad at contrasting, so I didn't contrast. But yeah. Yeah, all the ladder flicks in this, do the technique that I do. That one time where I did the flicking technique, I fell. So yeah. That, wrap around and go, and then once you wrap around, hold W onto the half stud. Tight ball jumps right here, right on cue. Ladder flick up, now you're on top. It's not over yet. You're probably gonna hit your head there, so be very careful and just expect that. Don't try to walk down onto it, because I have done that before and it did not work out well. Anyways, you're approaching a very tight jump. This jump, extremely tight. So good luck. You're almost to side B. Be very careful. Truss flicks. Go down a little bit on them. Jump. Traverse around the truss. You could probably flick this down a little bit. Jump. And then flick upwards. Last. Couple tight wraps. Oh my. Bro, just get me to side B, please. Yeah, last wrap. You got a tightrope, and you did it. You basically made it to side B. Yes. Alright, side B. Very easy, in my opinion. You're on a safety net. There's no way you can screw this up. You're on a safety net. If you can make it to side B, you've basically won, as long as you can do the last wrap and not die. And not give up. Anyways, this first part... Wait, let me go back and explain this. So basically, the first part, just come over here. Get this button. So yeah, side B is basically the same as all the other Double Trouble parts, except, you know, on a safety net. So this part, come over here, get this button. Come back, get this timer. So that button lasts forever, and then this timer activates these jumps, and now you can drop into here. I really like this music, by the way. If you fall, you get teleported back to the beginning of side B here. So, yeah, this kind of thing lasts for a while. Anyways, it's basically just regular Double Trouble parkour. I mean, it's what do you expect? But this floor is actually really cool, because it's a morpher floor. You know it. You love it. Morphers. Anyways, just kind of follow my lead. The root progression can be a bit strange, so just kind of follow where I go. And, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, morpher. Another morpher, anyways. Come back over here. There's a lot of, like, backtracking on this. But, yeah. It's kind of fun. Side B is honestly kind of fun. You hit this morpher. Do not hit that morpher again. You'll have to do it all over again. Come up here. Do not hit that morpher under these one studs. Climb on top of the one studs. Come up here. Simple wraparounds. You're on a safety net, so you don't need to stress about this. Once you've done that, drop down to here. Back over here. Jump to here instead. Don't hit any other morphers unless you fall. And if you fall like me, you're bad at the game. And just kidding. Anyways, I'll just meet you back up there. That shouldn't take too long. You could high jump there if you want, like I just showed you. Anyways, not being bad at that wraparound. That wraparound can be a bit tight, so be careful. Anyways, this part, again, you'll be sent back to the beginning of the dropper, aka side B. So this part is not morpher floor, it's just spinning killbrick. The spinning killbrick isn't like a teleporter or anything, it's just killbrick. This, very tight, well, not very tight, but just truss flick wraparound. Kind of cool, though. This wraparound can be pretty tight, so be careful of that. Got some simple one studs. Wait for the killbrick spinner to be at the right time so you can see the one studs. Don't just take a leap of faith, because, you know, better safe than sorry. You got a tightrope. Yeah, this side B isn't too long either. Also, I am standing in killbrick. I'm about to die. Okay. Last couple of wraps of this section. Oh yeah, this part. Basically, don't read the side. Just hit this button, and all you do is stand in the corner. Yeah, it's like a survive the kill brick part. It's actually kind of hard in the actual thing, and that's why you just stand in the corner, because you won't take damage if you're in the corner. So I'm just gonna go to this corner. So literally, and don't jump in that kill brick. Just wait until the button timer, or until the timer runs out, and just chill in the corner. And then this will be unlocked over here, and you'll jump in it, and boom. You are officially safe from being teleported back. This is just regular kill brick, not teleporter kill brick. That wrap can be very tight though, so be careful. Take the, so this is like a button timer, little dropper part, so just kind of hit the buttons and keep going on. They're kind of on your way to your destination, so you shouldn't be able to miss them. But just kind of follow my lead, come over here, hit this button. You got 10 seconds, come over here, and now you're on side C. As I said, side B is pretty easy, and it doesn't take too long either. So side C, this is a roadblock. This section, this side C, is very annoying and painful. It's just very tedious, and people tend to get stuck on it, like, for a very long time. So yeah, just don't let it get to you. Just keep going. It's basically the same difficulty as you know, the rest of Double Trouble. Like, it's not inconsistent difficulty. This is the same difficulty. I'm pretty sure it's just because you're so exhausted from this entire tower that people tend to struggle in this section. So, yeah. That wrap button can be very tight, though. There are some tight wraps, but again, you're on a safety net. That is the safety net. That's not a teleporter. It's just a safety net. You're on side C until you beat it. Until you beat it. So, yeah. Just kind of make your way. Honestly, it's not crazy hard, but it could take you some time to get good at. I've gotten stuck on here for a very long time in the real run and in some other rebeat runs. I've gotten stuck here. But yeah, you should be fine, honestly. Like, this is, like, you're safe. You're safe. You're basically guaranteed a win as long as you don't quit, you don't die, and the big important thing is you don't fail the last wrap, because you cannot save yourself anymore on that wrap. So, yeah, basically, what's it called? Just do these wraparounds. You're coming up on a part that I actually do want to explain, though, because, you know, the rest of side C is just wraparounds besides this part. This is basically, I recommend using T-pose here, but I'm too lazy to bring it out. So basically, these are like disappearing platforms, so you gotta do it fast. Recommend looking at this and memorizing where to go so you don't get stuck. Recommend hit this platform with your hand so you don't, or with your arm, so you don't have to do the wraparound, you just jump through. So yeah, just kind of go fast, just follow my lead, come through here, over here, half stud. Now you're on 9C. If you get, yeah, be extra careful falling on these next two floors. Will send you back to the beginning of side C. So, yeah, good luck. 9C can be pretty hard. I'd say there's only a couple parts that I struggle on, but, yeah, it's not too bad. So, careful on the tight ropes. Take your time if you want, and don't be me and rush them. This wraparound can be very tight. Just kind of do it, I guess. I don't know. Come through here. You'll hit your head on these, so be careful. Jump up here, and now you're on top. So basically, there's still parkour to do, so I don't think you're done yet. So yeah, this is basically just a darkness neon floor type thing. Very cool, though. I kind of like this little atmosphere. Brings something unique to Double Trouble from what you've seen already. Anyways, just kind of do these wraparounds. I'd say the top of this 9C section is pretty easy, honestly. Just make your way. And now, you are on the finale, 10C. Probably the hardest parkour in the entire tower. But, if you fall, you get sent back to the beginning of side C. Be very careful. So, flick off of that. So, just kind of do it like I've done. Jump off from that. This truss, go on the side of it like this, and then flick around like that. Wrap around onto this ladder, flick like that, flick up here, wrap around all the way to there. This wraparound can be tight, wrap around like that, flick up like that, Come up here, you got some cylinder ladder flicks. Careful you do not hit your head on that. So just flick up the cylinders, pretty easy wraps. And now the final 2 wraps. 10 stud wrap, 3.5 stud stick out. And now you're on the final wrap. There's a thingy here, don't worry about it. Anyways, final wrap. Don't fail. If you fall, you will fall all the way down. Yeah, it can be pretty dang tight. It's like what's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stud wrap around, 2 studs raised. And yeah, after you have conquered the final wrap and this entire tower, you win. You've done it. In freaking 43 minutes, that took me way too long. Okay, anyways. If you have beaten this tower, a huge GG. This is your first, and if not your first, probably one of your first soul-crushing towers. Pat yourself on the back. This is a huge accomplishment. Yeah. So, I finally did my first soul-crushing guide, I guess. I'm sorry I had to be, like, half sick during it, but I think I'm okay. Anyways, yeah. So you can, read all these signs, and this win room is honestly really cool. I really like the win room. This looks like a one-way mirror type thing. Is that cool? Pretty cool, huh? I guess they use like the illusion thing, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, that's all I have, I guess. I don't really know what else to say. I'm still really bad at outros, and yeah, I guess I'll see you guys for the next guide. Really gonna start stepping it up on these guides now that I did my first soul crushing guide, and I hope this helped. Yeah, I'll see you guys later.